He looked like he was refreshed tonight. No, it was good to see. Sometimes it works out perfectly. Tonight it was perfect.
You know, starting on the fourth line, obviously things changed, but just seemed like his confidence was where you wanted it to be.
I don't know if there's a fourth line. Like, I look at those two lines as both third lines, to be totally honest with you, so I wouldn't say a fourth line. I just don't agree with that. Especially if you add the goals up on both of those lines, they're pretty close to each other. So, no, I wasn't going to break up the other line. They were our best line the other night in Philly. So, you know, you found a spot for them, and then when Kakko went down early, there was guys all over the place a little bit in those lines. So, but I wouldn't, you know, say that's a fourth line for me.
What can you tell us about Kakko?
Lower body. I don't think it's too serious, but we're being cautious and making sure. So, I'll know more tomorrow and the next day.
And then with Lafreniere, did you sense, I guess especially after that first goal, but did you sense over the course of the game the confidence building, or did you have a conversation with him in the last day or two about it?
Oh, I definitely talked to him about it. And again, like I said, it was all about getting him refreshed. You know, I thought these kids played 72 games. He's a young kid. Like we talked about before the day we scratched him. I mean, it wasn't because of poor play. And he come back tonight and he had some good jump, and, you know, he gets a goal and he gets another beautiful goal, so he was pretty excited.
And the whole game, it felt like a lot of the game was played in their zone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, possession was really in your favor tonight. What do you think of the overall effort?
I thought we were outstanding. I thought we managed the puck as good as we did all year long. We had some great scoring chances, and you know, we played our game. We didn't worry about who we were playing. We just went out there and played our game, and we played it to a T. You know, I was real happy with our effort from everybody.
Decide to make that move. Is it when you see Larkin kind of turn a little bit to make that extra little play on the second goal?
Yeah, I saw him kind of go down to block my shot, and you know, I just tried to make a move around him, and you know, I was at the net after, so I just went kind of trying to go up with it, and it went in. So you know, it was good to score that.
What is it like when you hear the Garden have that kind of reaction to a move like that?
It was fun. You know, they've been huge for us all year, and it's always fun to play here and to hear them. So it was they were good again tonight.
Do you think making that move, does that speak to you feeling good today? Did you feel like you had a little extra juice? Yeah,
I felt pretty good. You know, I think I played with a little more confidence, so that's what I have to do more often, and that's what I'll try to do every night.
When coach comes to you and tells you, you know, I want to give you a rest for a night, what's that conversation like? How do you handle that?
I mean, it was fine. You know, just told me that you know, he wanted to rest me, and I wasn't playing my best hockey the last couple of games before today. So you know, it was fine, and got to rest a little bit, and felt good tonight.
In that sort of situation, do you go into the next game with a certain kind of approach, or how do you look at how you want to do that next game?
You know, just play my game. That's what I want to do. You know, play with confidence, try to make plays, and try to be responsible too in our zone. So it's just to play with, you know, feel the puck a little bit, and make a couple plays, and after just play.
I think we came out strong, and we talked about, you know, playing our game, focusing on what we can do, and I thought we did that from the start. And, you know, for the most of the game was really good, and again, I feel the same way. I felt like we spent a lot of time in their zone, and we did a lot of good things, and that's what we wanted.
What do you think? What are the keys to having that much possession for you guys?
I think it's just making the simple plays ahead, making sure you're out-manning the guy who has the puck, and overall it's just a simple game, especially a 12-30 game. I think whoever gets off to the best start is going to win the hockey game, and it's tough to play catch-up, but right from the start of the game, I think we're supporting all over the ice and playing fast. That's a huge key.
Mika, what do you think the main reasons are that the defense, just the team defense overall, is so improved? Team puck possession has really been so much better the last half of the season, and a lot the last few weeks.
I think when you play with the puck, you don't have to play that much defense, and I really think that it starts with that, and I think we've been, you know, better supporting each other coming out of our own zone. You know, teams are going to do a good job forechecking and getting their chances and getting their zone time against you, but I think we've been, when we're aggressive, when we're going, even without the puck, I think that's what's, you know, been helping us a lot. And I think when we sit back, you notice a big difference. And I think that goes throughout our whole game plan. And I think that's been really the biggest difference.
What do you guys make of that, especially that second goal from Alexis tonight? Or today? I keep saying tonight.
One of those where you kind of just, tip your hat. What a goal. I kind of had a front row seat to it, so it was pretty special goal. Great player. Huge game from him.
Mika, what have you noticed from him about, it seems like, no matter where he plays or what's going on with him, that he seems to kind of maintain this calmness, this coolness about everything. Like, what have you noticed about the way he handles everything?
I think this was a perfect example, the way he played today. And, I feel like I've seen that all year from him. Another year in the league, and he's matured a lot, and the way he responds to different situations, and obviously he's walking in again. It seems to happen when I talk. No, but it's, everyone can see his skill in the offensive plays, and obviously the goal he scored today, sorry. But I think that the work away from the puck and the little things, the simple plays that Frank was talking about, and it's coming a little bit more consistent. And I think just really just getting better every single day, I feel like, and that's a good sign.